Okay, so we are going to go over week 9, Monday, quarter 3, math 8, graphing linear quadratic equations, right? Okay. So, you know that if there's like a y equals a negative, it's a sad face, and if it's a positive, it's a happy face, correct? Okay, so then looking at this right here, you need to find the zeros. The zeros is when you set this equal to 0, okay? So you have x minus 1 equals 0, x minus 5 equals 0, right? So when you solve for it, you add 1 on both sides. So x equals, correct? So you have 1 and 5, correct? Now remember, you need to find the number that's in between this. So this is going to be your midpoint, right? Which is going to be the axis of symmetry, right? So what you do here is you take the 2, and in the middle means you divide it by 2 because it's in the middle, right? So then it's 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So that means this part right here is x equals 3, right? So axis of symmetry is x equals 3. So you just draw this line like this. So you need to have that line. So make sure you label it. So grab a color pencil, make sure you label that line. And then from there, you know this is the right half. Well, actually, before you do that, you know so far it goes like this, right? But I don't know how wide it goes, right? How did you find the points here? What did you do to find those points? And actually, before you do that, vertex is h comma k, right? 3 is your h, correct?
Yeah.
But you don't know what your y is. Do you agree with that? So what do? You know x equals 3. You take the x equals 3, you plug it in here and here to find y. Do you see that? So then to find y is equal to 3 minus 1 times 3 minus 5, which is a 2, negative 2, which is a negative 4, right? And that's how you have a 3 comma negative 4. So this is your vertex, so I'm going to label it 3 comma negative 4, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then how did you find these points right here, these 2 points? What did you do?
You basically did this in class, but
okay, so let me show you how to do it. You have the equation, correct?
Yeah.
You know, this is at x equals 1, right? Well, I want to know how wide this goes, so you should pick another point maybe at x equals on the left side of 1, which will be 0, right? So if x equals 0, for example, what you do is you plug into this equation right here. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Y is equal to 0 minus 1. 0 minus 5, correct? So negative 1 times negative 5, which is y equals positive 5. So your next point is 0 comma 5. That's a left point. Do you see that? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your point. So now you know this graph goes up a little bit like this. Do you see that? Do you see that? Now pick a point on the right side of this. What is this point right here? X equals what?
5 or 3.
3. So what's on the right side of 3? No, that's not 3. Is that 3? It's 1. Oh, okay, it's 3. So what's the point on the right side of 3?
4.
Right. Or no, that's 5. That's 5. Correct? You need to find the left side of which is 0, right? What's the right side of 5? Is it a 6? X equals 6. So y equals 6 minus 1 and 6 minus 5, correct? So that's a 5 times a 1, which is a 5. So your next point is at 6, comma 5, right? So 6 is right here, 5 is right there. Now, do you see how wide your graph needs to go? Do you understand that now? Okay. X-intercept. X-intercept, you cannot be negative 1 and negative 5. Your x-intercept is when y equals 0, so negative 1, 0, and 5, comma 0. That is your x-intercept, right? Okay. Y-intercept is when x equals 0, correct? When x equals 0, 0 minus 1 is a negative 1. 0 minus 5 is a negative 5. So that's going to give me a positive 5. Do you agree with that? So your y-intercept is 0, comma 5. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So x-intercept right here in yellow, y-intercept right here in yellow, axis of symmetry right here in yellow, vertex right here in yellow, and then the range and the domain. Your range is negative infinity to positive infinity, correct?
Yeah.
Range, how far does it go? It goes down all the way to y equals -4, right? So y is greater or equal to -4 or -4 to positive infinity. So you see all the parts that are highlighted in yellow right here?
Yes.
These are all the pieces that you need for your answer. Okay, so take a moment because this was a lot and go over that. I'm not gonna have you go over it. Just copy it down. You'll review it later because you have a test for tomorrow. So copy it down, please. Okay? But you literally need to know how to do this. Okay, I'll go over the next one. Maybe you'll click. All right, so then let's take a look over here. What's the difference here? There's a 2 in front of it, correct? And still positive, so it's a happy face. So it's given to you. Still, if you want to find the x-intercept, right? You just set y equal to 0, correct?
Yeah.
So this is 0 is equal to 2 comma x plus 3 and x plus 7. I don't care about that. You just ignore that, okay? So solve for this. So x plus 3 equals 0. So x equals -3, correct? X plus 7 equals 0. X equals -7. Do you see that?
Right.
So when I write it over here, x-intercept, you need to write it in parentheses. This is -3 comma 0, -7 comma 0, right? So here's -3, -7, right? Your axis of symmetry right here, AOS, is in the middle of these 2 points, right? So for AOS, you add the 2 points, so -3 plus -7 divided by 2, because it's in the middle, so it's divided by 2, right? -10 divided by 2 is -5. So x equals -5. Now with your color pencil, you need to literally draw at x equals -5, you need to draw this line. At x equals -5. It's a vertical line. Do you see that? So draw that, please. Right there. Well, x equals -5, but here's a problem though, Grayson. I know x equals -5, but do I know what y is?
No.
I need to figure out how low it goes, right? Well, guess what? You revert back to this equation right here. Do you see that?
Yes.
So when you look at this equation right here, this equation is saying y is equal to 2 times x, which is -5, plus 3, and -5 plus 7. Do you see that? This is going to give you a -2, correct? This is going to give you a +2, right? 2 times -2 is a -4. -4 times 2, y equals -8. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So then you go all the way to -8. So this is not correct. So your axis of symmetry and your vertex is going to be a -5 comma a. Did he actually do this or did you do that?
I did this.
Okay, so you need to go down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way to -8 right there. So it goes down this way. Do you see that? But do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, you need to pick a point on the left side of the red dot and a point on the right side of the red dot because we want to see how far up it goes, right? This red dot here is -3, or this red dot is -3, right? So what's a point on the right side of this -3?
-2.
Yeah, so when x equals -2, you plug it in. Y equals 2 times -2 plus 3 is a 1. -2 plus 7 is a 5, right? Which will give me a 10. So your next point is -2 comma 10. So -2 comma 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this goes all the way up here. Does that make sense? And then similarly, guess what? If I just move one over here, this is all going to go up to 10 as well. left side of this point. This point is what now? This point is -7, right? The left side of that will be -8, comma, it's the same. 10, right? Because they're symmetrical, so as long as you find one, you get all of them, right? Y-intercept, x is 0. We found that y equals -8, right? So you need to change it, that's not right. Domain, -infinity to +infinity. Range, how low does it go? It starts at -8. So y is greater or equal to -8, or you can say -8 bracket or -8 bracket all the way to +infinity. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So these are your answers. Vertex, -5, -8. X-intercept, -3, 0, -7, 0. Y-intercept, 0, -8. Domain, -infinity to +infinity. Range, -8 all the way to +infinity. And that's everything. Oh, axis of symmetry. X equals -5. So notice the axis of symmetry, the x value and the vertex are the same, right? Did you get your quiz back or your test back from math? Do you have to do a correction?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. When does that correction due?
Um,
Yeah, let's do it later, okay? Because you have a test tomorrow, all right? When does this due?
I'm pretty sure tomorrow.
Okay, so let's finish this. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna actually put on another page because so that way we have a little bit more space. All right. Did you finish copying it? Do you have all the stuff that I highlighted in there? Let's go back. Because you do need to have all the stuff that I highlighted. Those are the 5 things you need. Okay?
Yeah.
Got one more on this one and then 4 more on the other one. Woo! Goodness. Tomorrow, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday?
It's fine.
Okati dokati. Are you ready to move on? Well, take your time. Let me know when you're ready to move on. One, two, three, four.
Okay.
Okay, next one. You see how this is a negative right there?
Yeah.
That's kind of an important one, okay? Because that negative means it's be upside down like this, okay? All right, so x-intercept, correct?
Yeah.
For the x-intercept is when y equals 0, so 0 equals, right? Negative x plus 1 and x plus 7, correct?
Yeah.
So this negative, so 0 equals negative x plus 1, correct? 0 equals x plus 7, okay? This negative is a negative x minus 1 equals 0, right?
Mhm.
If I move the x over here, it's a positive x equals negative 1, right? Negative 1, 0 is your x-intercept. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, this one. X is equal to negative 7, okay? So negative 7, 0. So I have negative 1 right here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
Mhm.
Now, in between them is going to be your, and if you're not sure if we did this correctly, we can always use decimals to check. I'm just going to check very quickly. So y is equal to negative, and what's the first one? X, what?
Um,
Plus 7?
X minus or X plus 1 or yeah, negative and X plus 1.
Okay, and what's the next one? X plus
X.
7?
Yes.
Okay, and we said that was at negative 1. That's correct, right?
Yes.
And what's the other one? That's correct, right? Now, if you're not sure, you can always go up here and check and just push it. Do you see how the y-intercept is negative 4, 9?
Yeah.
Okay, or the vertex, I mean. You can always graph it to double check, okay? On decimals. All right, so this is correct. And then next, what we need to do is we need to find the axis of symmetry, right?
Mhm.
Axis of symmetry is x is equal to, you take the two x values, you add them, divided by 2, right?
Mhm.
Negative 4, correct? Now I gotta figure out what y is, right?
Yes.
So you go back to the equation. Y is equal to negative 4 plus 1, negative 4 plus 7, right?
Mhm.
So then I have negative 3, 3, 9, correct? So your vertex is going to be negative 4, comma 9. So then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you see that?
Mhm.
And that looks like it's in the middle, right? So I have this part right here, right? And then you have, does that make sense?
Yes.
So then what we're going to do is I'm going to find a point on the left side of this. So on the point on the left side of negative 4 is x equals negative 5, correct? So y equals negative. Negative 5 plus 1 is a negative 4. Negative 5 plus 7 is a 2. So that's going to be a positive 8, correct?
Mhm.
So this one is a negative 5, positive 8. So this is a negative 4. Wait, hold on. I think I fucked up. X equals negative 5. Okay, I think I'm confusing myself. All right, so negative 1 and yeah, I don't know why I picked negative 5. That was a terrible thing to pick. I don't get it why I did that. Okay, I don't know what the fuck I did. So this one right here is a negative 1 and this is a negative 7, correct?
Mhm.
If I pick a point on the right side of -1, it will be literally 0, right? So when x equals 0, y is negative. 0 plus 1 is a 1. 0 plus 7 is a 7. So y is -7, right? 0 comma -7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this point goes all the way here, correct? On the other side of -7, x equals -8, correct? So that'll be -8 comma -7. So this one goes all the way down to here. Like that. Does that make sense? So going back to that's y-intercept is when, I didn't do the y-intercept, is when x equals 0, right? So y equals negative. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 7 is 7 is -7. So this is -7 comma 0. Domain, negative infinity, positive infinity. Range, it goes all the way up here. What's that point? It's 9, right? So this one will be negative infinity, positive 9, like that. Do you see that? Okay, so this is the range. This is a domain. The y-intercept is right here. The x-intercept is these two right here. Do you see them highlighting? Axis of vertex is right here. Axis of symmetry is x equals -4. That's it. So copy that part down, and we're halfway through. All right, so for these 5, 6, 7, and 8, I'm going to show you another way of doing this, and that is by using a graphing calculator, okay? So that way you know how to do it by hand, but then also you know how to do it using Desmos. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to go to Desmos. Desmos obviously is going to be a lot easier because you don't have to do it by hand, but this weekend you can practice it, okay? So I'm going to show you how to graph it, and then you're just going to type it up, all right? What's the first one? Y is equal to what?
X plus 4.
Okay. And then
X plus 6.
And then x plus 6, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there you go. All right, well, you see how this one looks really bad? So you're going to zoom out. Oh, no, that's not correct. I don't want that. Just this one, add slider. What the hell is that?
It's because the X is.
Oh, it's a capital X. Okay. All right, here we go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So your x-intercept, write this down. Should be this one right here, -4, 0, and -6, 0. That's your x-intercept. You want to label it x-intercept. You know, copy these down. Does that make sense? Let me know when you're done so we can move on to the next part.
Yeah.
Got the x-intercept? That's your y-intercept. I'm sorry, that's your vertex. -5, -1.
Yeah.
Write that down. With your color pencil, you know, draw dashed lines at x equals -5. So draw dashed lines here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you have the dashed line.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you need to find the y-intercept, correct? Did you label the axis of symmetry in the vertex?
Yes.
Axis of symmetry is x equals -5. Right? Okay, now y-intercept. Y-intercept is when your graph crosses the y-axis. It's -5.
Oh.
-5, -1. That's the axis of, or that's the vertex. Remember, the vertex is the same x value as axis of symmetry, right? Y-intercept is when y value crosses the y-axis. This is the y-axis right here. So 0, 24. You got it?
Um,
You got that? Did you write it down? You just need to write it down. You don't need to draw it. You just need to write it down. Did you write it down? 0, 25 for the y-intercept. Okay, now that you graph this, we don't know how wide it is, correct? So on the left side of -6, what's a good point to pick?
-7.
So here's -7. Where is that at -7?
-7.
Yeah, so write that down, -7, 3. And that's how wide your graph should be. You should not be writing it there. That's not your x-intercept. You just need to write it over here on this side. That should be, what is that right there? What is that? What does that say? Does that say the y-intercept? I clicked on this for you, and I literally sat there waiting for you to copy it down. So if you're not sure what you're doing, maybe you should pay attention. And you should know which one you're labeling. That is the y-intercept. Let me know when you're ready to move on. What's the other one? What's the label? You don't need to put that anywhere. That's right here. This is just part of the graphing. It's asking you, how far to the left does it go? How far does it go? It goes at -7. Just label it, -7, 3. Label it. Label the point right here, -7, 3. Now you know this is how wide it is. Do you see that? Label it, -7, 3 in parentheses. Are we done? Now you fill all the rest. Your domain is -infinity to the positive infinity. Your range, positive infinity, but how low does it go? Down to -1. So y is greater or equal to -1, or you could put -1 in bracket to positive infinity. Are you done? Where is your axis of symmetry that's labeled? I should not have to tell you about this. I told you what the answer is. I showed you how to do it for the first 4. I'm labeling it. I don't understand why you feel the need to be lazy and not do that. Next question.
X minus 3.
Next one.
X plus.
This is your x-intercept. Label that. Let me know when you're ready to move on.
Okay.
Y-intercept. Or not what? Vertex. Axis of symmetry. Make sure you label that. Did you draw your axis of symmetry? Does it tell you to actually draw it, or you can just do it on your own? Are you ready? Did you label the axis of symmetry? It's just a vertical line. Y-intercept is when y crosses the y-axis. It's right here, actually. That's your y-intercept. So you see how x is equal to 0, y is -15?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. Your range is how far low does it go? It goes down to negative 16. Do you see that?
Yes.
Right? Negative 16. So y is greater or equal to negative 16, or bracket negative 16 comma positive infinity. Number 7, what is it?
X plus 0 and then x minus 8.
0?
Yes.
X plus 8?
X minus 8.
All right. So we're going to start off with the x-intercept. That's when x crosses well, there is none. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So your x-intercept is just going to be x equals positive 8. When y equals 0, x equals positive 8. Wait, hold on. It's y plus 0, x plus 0, and x plus 8, or x minus 8. Is that correct? Actually, okay, so if I go to, oh, here it is. I just need to scroll up. Okay, so here's it's going to be at 0, 0, and 8, 0. Do you see that? Because when you set this as 0, x equals 0, right? X equals positive 8. So that's the two x-intercept. Now label those and write those down. Okay, then from here, we're going to move on to the vertex, right? So you go all the way down, correct?
Yeah.
So this part right here for negative 16. What's your axis of symmetry?
Negative 16.
No, that's not it. Axis of symmetry is a vertical line, so it's x. What is your x value?
My x value is 4.
4. So x equals 4 is your axis of symmetry. You can draw a vertical line at x equals 4 that goes up and down, right? So write that down. Okay, now y-intercept. So where does this crosses the y-axis? Well, guess what? The y-intercept is going to be at 0, 0. Do you see that?
Yes.
That's the y-intercept, right? Okay. And then we need to find, a point on the left side of 0. What's a point on the left side of 0? Negative what? Negative 1?
Negative, yeah.
So at negative 1, this is going to be at 10. Do you see that?
Yes.
So write that down. So at negative 1, comma 10 on the left side. So negative 1, comma 10. And then find that point. Because that's how far up it goes. Does that make sense? Like how wide and how skinny it is, right? And then on the right side of 8 is 9, correct? So it'll be 9, comma 10, right?
Yep.
So label that. There you go. One more to go. So almost there.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay, what's the next one? X.
It's x minus 9 and then x plus 3.
All right. So then we're gonna look for the x-intercept first, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So here's our x-intercept, -3, 0, 9, 0. Okay. And then your vertex, so you go all the way down. This one's kind of crazy because could you imagine how hard this will be if you actually solve it by hand? 3, -36. Do you see that? What's your axis of symmetry?
Maybe 3.
+3, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then after this, you got the axis of symmetry, you got the vertex. Let me know when you're ready to move. And then you define the y-intercept. The y-intercept is when when your graph crosses the y-axis, right? And x is equal to 0, correct? So 0, comma, -27. Do you need me to help you to graph it? Why didn't you graph it? So start off with the x-intercept. Did you graph that? Okay, great. So then, are we on this one? Which one are we on? Did you write down what I just said to you? Okay, hold on. I think I'm okay. X-intercept. -3, 9, 0. Write that down. Okay. Then we need to look for the vertex, correct?
Yes.
Vertex, you're gonna have to just draw it all the way down to the very bottom. It's 3, -36. You might want to just like label it 3, -36. Yeah, because it's not gonna go all the way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now your y-intercept is gonna be right here at 0, -27, which is right there where it crosses the y-axis right there. Do you see where it crosses that right there at this point? Yeah. So label it 3 or 0, -27.
Okay.
Got that?
Yeah.
Okay, well the rest is good, right? Because you got the axis of symmetry. Did you label the axis of symmetry? Which is x is equal to what?
X equals to
3?
-36.
No, yeah. So what's your axis of symmetry? Axis of symmetry is not -36. Just one letter or one number. X equals
3.
So AOS label x equals 3, right? X equals 3.
Yep.
Go to the domain range. The concept is when the x equals 0, correct? It's right there. When x equals 0, this graph hits the y-axis at -27. Y equals -27. Do you see that? Just like the x-intercept is where does the graph hit the x-axis. The x-axis goes from left to right. It's this point right here and this point right there. Do you see that?
Okay.
All right, now your domain negative infinity to positive infinity. What's your range?
My range is
How far low does it go to?
-36.
Yeah, so it's y is greater or equal to -36. So just be -36 bracket, right? Comma, positive infinity. All right, that's it. This weekend we'll go over the last four, how to do it by hand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love you. Good night. Turn that in and then go study for your test tomorrow. Then go to sleep. I want you to go to sleep definitely by 11 o'clock. Do you understand? Okay, or earlier. Go brush your teeth. Do you need to take a shower first? Go take a shower first. Take a break.